Hello, everybody. I am Sun Psychic Jean. Please welcome my very special co host, Ginger Faye. Hi, Ginger.
Hey, Jean. Hey, everybody in chat. Welcome, welcome. I'm excited about today. I personally just have always loved dragons, and not until my spiritual journey realized dragon energy rather than just the physical look of the dragons. So I'm excited.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we want to do a little bit of reviewing, and you guys can help us. And um, we're just going to be doing a little bit of reviewing. And the dragons that we're going to be talking about and tapping into today are dragons that are mostly from another realm, yet they are a dragon energy, the dragon collective, the dragon, not a specific dragon being. It's not a singular being, it's the energy of dragon. And there's different essences. There's kind and sweet dragons, there's funny and silly dragons, there are fierce and protective dragons, there are contemplative dragons. And I feel as though it is from a different place and time in our history that dragons and humans used to interact. I do know
Mhm.
sometimes when I go back into people's past lives that dragons either come up or that they have been a dragon in a past life. So it's really interesting.
That is interesting. We would think um, fairies, um, dragons, they're just all mythical. And but when you say you go back into past lives, and I was in the other live with the Akashic Records reading, and I only asked about Celtic energy, and she brought up the whole fairy energy, and I'm just like more and more going, it's real. It's not just myth. Our interactions in the past, it's real.
It's in a I feel as though it is in a different dimension, but it is here in this earthly realm, almost similar to, I mean, it's just like the fairies and the fae
Um,
and the rock people and the plant people and the, tree
Coral
people.
people.
All of these energies, all of these that transcend a myth into a reality. And the myth is because they're not here in this space and time, and they can't hold on to it in a concrete manner. So they call it a myth because it's like in a dream like state, but it's also in like a different type of a reality. And what I like to equate it to is like the Sasquatch. And I know that's very similar, but they have a reality here on Earth, in this Earth plane, that
Yeah.
is in a different dimension. This is
Yeah.
how they can be seen and then disappear, and then be seen and then disappear.
Yeah.
They're here and they're at a different vibration here in this earthly plane, but in a different dimension or a different realm, so to
Exactly.
speak. And I hope, does everybody kind of get that concept, or if any, does anybody else have a different concept that we might be able to share with everybody, that might be able to explain things or share?
Absolutely.
Oh,
There we go,
Linnea.
Lynn.
A
Yeah.
dragon has been appearing in my dream and meditations lately. I never thought about them before. Linnea,
Oh my
wow.
gosh. And then you're here and we're doing this. It's all that interdimensional connections and communications. It's starting to, well, I think 2024, I was watching astrology lives today, not lives, but YouTube. And this year, there's going to be a much more um, awakening of consciousness, and I think this is one of them. The interdimensional beings. We're gonna be on the collective of being more open and receptive to their energies.
I think that's just the beginning. Warrior Girl says dragons are from the sixth dimension. Very interesting, Warrior Girl. Interesting.
Thank you for
Wow.
that.
I it's I would love to go there with you someday, warrior girl. Let's go to the sixth dimension, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to be tapping in a little bit here today. Um, oh, that's so nice. Thank you all very much. Let me just see if anybody else said anything.
It
Oh,
says about
Hershey, you're so
Jane.
sweet. She says, hello, everyone, sending blessings and positive vibes to all.
Oh, and to you as well, Hershey.
It was really, really nice. And Jay says, I just made a bunch of jewelry out of dragon's blood jasper,
There are
right?
no coincidences.
And
Lose my voice.
dragons, I mean, as old as these crystals have been on the earth, and the vibration and the energy, the subtle energy, I feel
Mhm.
it's connected in some way as well. Thank you. Yeah, so Karen, you are on my channel, and
Right.
Ginger is also simulcasting on her channel. If you wanted to go over there, I think she wants to go over and
Come on
um,
over.
what do you call that? Let me see. Let me make her
I
get
am
in.
trying to, my next goal is to get 333 subscribers and maybe do a live, give away some readings and or decks that I'm calling. And, I want to make it something, it's just a magical number. I want to be able to see that number.
So Warrior Girl said her number 2 button is sticking. It's actually the 26th dimension.
Oh,
Wow.
amazing. I would love to know
Wow.
how you came across that information, 26th dimension, if it was through meditation or she did say she works a lot with dragons.
Mm-hmm. And Mousy says, dragons lurking behind my spirit family. Wow. Wow. This Moonlight says, some would say time folds on itself and all time is happening at once on different dimensions.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Uh-huh. So Sonia says, I've always been drawn to dragons. Absolutely. Let me see. Thank you. Um, okay.
Mm.
Oof. All right. So thank you all very much for sharing with us your connection to dragons. And, I'm trying to think, I think it was when I was doing shamanic energy or shamanic journeying that we all had a spirit animal that we would find and bring with us on our journeys. And
Oh.
one of the women, it was a
Mm.
group of like 9 or 10 people. We would sit around at a friend's house and we would all journey together, and she would start giggling and everybody would be like, what are you giggling? And she said, my
Mm.
spirit animal is a dragon and he has hands and he makes me laugh. And here he was raising her vibration, not making it so serious or so, like putting a lot of pressure on herself,
Sure.
just really making it very jovial and very comical and very silly and not so serious, to help open her
Mhm.
up so that she would be able to have those experiences on her journey. And
Right.
I was always so very fascinated with that.
And it's true because just like when I started getting into meditation, I was just very serious about it and trying really hard and the magical things would happen when I wasn't trying. And it's like, well, that's the clue. You don't have to try, let it happen to you
Hmm.
and enjoy the process.
Hmm. Absolutely. So where
Chat
did
is
you want
jumping.
to I know, thank you everybody for being here. Aw. And so yeah, let us know um, if you want to share any of your experiences with your dragons, and I'll try and catch them if you can do it in caps or put dragon emojis or something so that I can
Mhm.
see it. And or just enjoy yourselves in the chat and chat with each other while we're asking some questions. And one of the questions that I thought was very interesting Ginger, that you said, why, what effect do dragons, or does, it's not dragons, they're not I mean, they are beings, but we're not
Mhm.
connecting with the beings, we're connecting with the energy of the
Mhm.
collective, of the
Yes.
dragon collective, if that makes
Mhm.
sense. So it's like a collective energy, and we're asking these questions about dragons, not a specific personal dragon, but like the dragon collective. Is that right there, Ginger?
Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, it's what is their contribution to assisting us here on this earth. You know, the knowledge that they bring, the resources they can bring to us. Um, because I believe we're through the dimensions, we're all connected somehow, and I think most of us want to help each other. Of course, there are a few lower energy beings that want to just, put a little vinegar in the honey, but that just made me think. I lived in Scotland for a couple years, and we would get the fish, and the big thing there is the malt vinegar. But my mother would put honey in the malt vinegar for us, and it's the most unique flavor, and I actually love it. So some of these lower energy beings don't realize that they're not they're not going to be affecting us because the honey is much sweeter. And if we're all working together, we can drown them out. So, what's Carolyn say about that?
Is it a bad thing that the vase Peter brought for us is black with a pearl dragon? No, I don't think it's a bad thing. No, pearl
Mm,
dragons are beautiful. Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
wonder, why
Mm-hmm.
would you think? I mean, did some energy come with it that makes you think that, Carolyn? Um, Maybe you just need to cleanse it and, put some good juju in there.
Mm-hmm. And
That sounds
sometimes,
beautiful, though. Sounds
mhm,
beautiful.
it does. It does. Yeah. And sometimes it's a tradition or a culture that has these mythical beings as protectors, and they have a snarl or a look or a protective kind of a appearance to them. And Warrior Girl said, I had what looked like a lightning bolt float towards me during a meditation, and it morphed into a dragon's eye, red and gold. It startled and then said hi, and it winked at me and
Oh,
faded back in, and that's the way it came in. Wow. Wow. See? It's introducing, it's coming into our awareness.
mm,
Interesting. Amanda says, I envisioned a red dragon once, haven't gone too deep with the dragon energies, and she appreciates the show. Yeah, we're just
that's wonderful.
it's like an introduction and getting used to the energy. I love this topic. Every time I pull a card for my sons, he gets the dragon card. I feel
Oh,
the energy of the dragon and feel like I see them in the clouds, especially their eyes.
yes, me as well. Hmm. They're
That's
definitely cloud energies.
interesting,
Their
beautiful.
way of
I
winking at us.
I was told I have a rainbow dragon. How lovely is
Oh,
that? How lovely is that?
I don't know if
Um,
they have a personal dragon. I'll have to check into that myself.
I like to imagine flying on a dragon. That's really neat. And some dragons have wings and some dragons do not. Some dragons are more serpent-like. Some dragons are more like what is that? What's the horse that's in the water? A seahorse, a
Right,
seahorse.
right.
Some are
Well, there are
seahorse
sea
like.
dragons. Have you seen those? Yeah. Well,
Yes,
the
where they're.
original dragon depiction did not have wings, and it wasn't until the medieval times when they started drawing them with wings. So I don't know if that was an evolution thing or um, they just wanted to appear bigger because that big fish that they caught. when they only caught a little minnow. Uh,
I feel as though there are different variations of dragons, just like there's different variations of humans. So Hershey says, "My black dragon knight would be honored to have a totem in your home, Carolyn." She's talking to Carolyn, I guess. Sometimes they have to look uh, as scary as and ugly, and they go up against. Okay,
well,
I'm
that was
sorry.
like the question you had asked earlier when you were showing me some pictures, why one looked so mean. And I think maybe those are the guardian dragons, and they have to look fierce to keep the lower energy beings at bay. But they're probably just sweetest, tenderest. I mean, if they're a protector, I feel like they're also a nurturer. You know, otherwise, why would they protect?
Right, absolutely. Can I have more than one dragon? I feel like I'm connected to multiple. Absolutely, KK. Especially you. Look at that horse is probably your dragon in a past life, and you can ask them for sure.
For sure.
I've been face painting dragons since 30 years now. Oh my gosh. Karen, get out of here. You're kidding me. Face
Wow.
painting dragons?
Love
30 years now. And the one I doubt doing the face is just outstanding. It's the best one of all of my designs. I would love to see pictures of that, Karen. Oh
I
my
would as
gosh.
well.
And it's actually like a memory of yours is what I'm getting. It's a memory that you're remembering. Wow. Okay, so let's go with the question. Thank you all very much for sharing. That was so exciting when we all
I've drawn
shared
a couple
together.
dragons, but I really need to. I've been wanting to. Now that I've gotten a little deeper in my sketching and have more definition, dragons is definitely one on my list to redo one of my dragons.
So we want to know what the dragon energy, what effect dragon energy has on Earth, Gaia, or on humanity. What would you, how would you like to phrase that?
Um, I think that was a perfect phrase. And I'll be pulling cards, of course. I got my dragon
Ooh.
from Stephanie Burrows. So yes. So what? I'm gonna move my pen and paper. Why is the dragon always in Shaw's skulls? I think. Oops, sorry. I think that's a personal preference on people who draw them. Angelia.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because back in medieval times they were more evil, and they supposedly ate people. So it's almost like a trophy. You know that's
Or
the
it's a
trophy.
warning, to stay back, that
Yeah.
what fate might come to those who step here or enter here. It's all about, I feel, a lot of protection. And I feel as though they had to go to so many different means in order to protect whatever they're protecting, their lair. Is that what their home is? Or even you or your home? And it's almost like it's a warning. It's just like the skull and crossbones, like, don't cross this line for, if you know to protect yourself, and don't cross this line, something like that. um okay, she says, thank you, because mine's coming up that way. Okay, yeah, just another way of protecting,
Yep.
for sure.
Definitely.
I love this. I don't know if we should continue or just keep reading.
I know. I'm just like shuffling and reading all these. Excuse me. I'm a little dehydrated today, so I might be clearing my throat a bit.
Oh, do you want to go run and get something to drink?
Oh, I have some. I have some tea right here that probably shouldn't be drinking tea when you're dehydrated, but
No, that's okay.
it's like a ritual of mine. I have to have tea and tarot together, or any kind of
Oh,
divination. It's a thing.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, so she says she
Mm.
was thinking that's what it was, like a warning, another way of warning. Good,
Yes, yes,
Angelia. Thank
yes,
you.
yes.
Mhm. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna
Yeah.
pull so from the mystical, the hidden realms, and just see what if it
Right.
comes out. If not, I'll just do a psychic hit and see what the dragon energy, what is the impact or the effect that it may have on Gaia or humanity, um, and all of us, right?
Right.
Oh gosh. This is my favorite saying, y'all. And I got the Lady of the Mirror, reflection and non-judgment. And
Ooh.
this is what is so important. She says, the Lady of the Mirror, reflection and non-judgment. And they are here in our lives to help reflect our own divinity, our own divine spark, our own soul's essence back to us, and to help us to remember who we truly are, um, and to not the non-judgment is exactly what the question of, let me see, who Angelia's question, why do they have skulls? It's non-judgment. It's for your protection. It's another way of us practicing non-judgment, just acceptance and belief and trust. How about you, Ginger?
Most definitely. Okay. So I pulled two, but I needed a clarifier. So my first one was the Seven of Cups. So I think they're enjoying our imaginative energies that draw them in, and how we draw them, and how we fantasize about them, and want to be a part of their energy. So first of all, I think that, and maybe that helps raise our vibration, is when we're in that dream state of fantasizing about them. And then I got here 3 of Wands, so I believe they're here to help us reveal our paths, and work together for the common good. And so I think they're here to influence that within us. And then I'm like, I kind of just clarified it myself as I read it, but I also got the Hierophant energy. So spiritual journey, they're more spiritual, part of our spiritual journey than we ever realized. And us becoming more conscious of this dragon energy is the one of the keys. They're trying to help us with humanity. Um, and in here, this one, well, it's a night sky, but being interdimensional beings, they're come to us through portals, and but there's a lot of lunar moths in this image as well. So a lot of transformation happens when we're dreaming, and when we're in the nighttime as we're sleeping. So
And that's a good example of one with wings. It's like bat wings almost.
mhm,
Hmm.
mhm.
Interesting.
And this one, like you said, this one is a water dragon, no wings.
Hmm.
Oh, come on, camera. Anyway,
I think just moving it a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah. So there's some people who believe that there's the inner Earth realm, but I think maybe that in itself is just another portal. So that's what I
Absolutely.
have. What are your thoughts,
Beautiful.
guys?
Yeah, let us know. They're definitely here for our assistance, and they're holding space and energy. And I feel as though they're very loyal, like a dog or a horse would be, or a pet would be, or they're protective, they're loyal, um, they are, they invoke joy in us as well.
Oh, that's right, Amanda. We are entering the year of the dragon. I almost forgot.
I didn't even consider that during the show.
I didn't either. That's awesome.
Thank
That's
you, Amanda. Thank you. You know, you guys teach us an awful lot. Did you want to pop up, Lori's?
oh, sure. I was just starting. Oh, wait, you're the
I
wood
know.
dragon. That was an accident, but meant to happen. Here we go. Okay, dragons are a part of the magical aspects of our shifts into oneness. I love
Beautiful,
that,
Lori.
Lori. Beautiful. Thank you. Um, Most definitely. So yeah,
Very
year of
well
the
said.
dragon.
Mhm. Sorry.
No, I just said year of the dragon. Hershey's a
Yeah.
dragon.
Oh, wow. I don't know.
Mm,
I guess it's just goes by the year that you're born or something,
it
right?
does. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, you guys, for first of all informing us or reminding us, and
Hmm.
also being such an integral part. You know, it takes a village. We thought we had all the angles covered, and look what happens. It's
I
so
love
funny.
this. I
It's so
love
funny.
this.
Well, yeah, it's so fun, you guys all being here and sharing with us. And what it does is it normalizes it as well. She says Nancy Jean has so much lovely information about dragons and elementals. Interesting. Well, maybe we'll have Nancy Jean join us on one of our dragon shows. That's
That would be
amazing.
awesome.
And
Mm.
Warrior Girl says the wood dragon spread our roots down into Mother Earth during the storms that are approaching and stay in our heart space.
Love that,
Wow.
warrior girl. Thank you. Yeah.
That's a beautiful, beautiful thought and wish. And Jay says then it's divided into elements too. Yep. Yep. Wow. I guess
Hmm. Chinese astrology is, we say year of the dragon. That's just the surface. Each sign has their elements to it, which actually makes sense because when we, on our previous dragon mysteries, we talked about how a dragon is made up of all four elements. Well, dragon energy is, and then have our elemental dragons.
and did you want to review those four elements that they're
I don't know if I actually wrote them all down. I just
oh,
know,
okay.
I think what we were doing was we started off reading on the elements and then we went, um, let's see. Um, I do know I can read in my dragon book. I don't have to read in the book.
Well, that's okay. Whatever you're prepared to do. I didn't know if
Yeah,
you had it there.
yeah, right here.
Amanda Carroll says her daughter is a metal dragon. Interesting. Not a wood
Ooh,
dragon, but
yeah,
interesting. So she must have looked it up on the
yeah,
Chinese.
yeah. I do. I know I'm a soft metal, and there's other metals too. I'm a soft metal serpent or snake. Um, so yeah, there's differently. Dragons are pure consciousness energy. They are all four elements. Air dragons control intellect, reason, and illumination. Fire dragons harness the creativity, passions, and mastery. Water dragons are depth. Uh, it says are depth, insight, and intuition. Earth dragons are wealth, riches, manifestations. And this says when you have a visitation from dragons, you're being called to step into your highest magical potential. And those are the words of uh, Jody Bergsma's Spirit Animal Oracle. And this is just my favorite deck. I love her formatting on. Well, first of all, the art is just amazing. But what says if you are drawn to a dragon, you are called to step into your highest potential. You can lift yourself up from the mundane struggles and become liberated from the common life. Are you ready? The winged dragon is a symbol of transcendence, freedom, and higher consciousness. It is a symbol of emperors and kings. If dragon is your totem, you are marked for power. Use it well. A purposeful life is your great treasure. Your wings are your breath, your body, the earth, the water, your blood, and the fire, your eternal spirit. Let your life rise from the ordinary to become extraordinary. So
That's beautiful. Very well written. Wow, that's great information.
knocked everything over.
Wow,
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah.
So if anybody has a good, I know there's like a million different websites for that Chinese astrology to find out who you are and what you are. If you want to pop it up there, if you're
Yeah.
able to,
Oh,
we would appreciate it. Where I
mhm.
see a lot of people saying who they are and how they found
Yeah.
out. Just a reliable one, a safe one that you don't
Really?
get a bunch of pop-ups on, you know what I mean? Do you ever go onto a
Yeah.
website and you can't even read it because there's so many pop-ups? Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did
Add time. So we have a lot of
um
people knowing what Odelia is a wood dragon. Um
so
so
I wanted to ask a question about the dragons. I wanted to ask if they have any relation, like are they an extraterrestrial or an off-planet? Do they have an off-planet existence? Like are they a race
right.
of a different planet originally or at any time or an aspect of them? Because I do feel, I mean,
I
they're
love that
very
question.
earthly with the elements, but for some reason, I also feel them being like the higher dimensions, like what Warrior
Push
Girl was saying, the
forward.
26th dimension.
Hmm.
Um,
Is
so,
there a
I mean,
physical plane on that 26th dimension? Right?
just, yeah, see if they have an off planet
Okay.
presence or if they have a planet or an existence off planet. I'd like to know, like, because
Okay.
there's different varieties, there's different aspects,
Hmm.
and I've
Great
always been
question.
curious.
Okay.
Not sure of that. So I got a non-answer.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not getting a good answer with these cards. So let me just check with my pendulum. It's important to have the right deck. So let me just check. Are there dragons that exist on other planets and other galaxies? Are there dragons, what we know as dragons, that exist on other planets in other galaxies? So it's saying yes. Does this dragon collective that is from other planets and other galaxies, does this dragon energy um, interact with Earth and humans and Earth dragons? And it's going in a circle, and it's almost like there's free will, only if we call them in, only if we want them to. So these dragons from other off planet, other galaxies, are these friendly and benevolent beings? Yes. Are these, oh, they're telling me now, they're telling me they seeded that this family or this energy or this, um, what do I want to say? This essence of this off planet race seeded dragons here on Earth in a different dimension. Like we are all seated here. We all come from all extraterrestrial races, off planet races, all of the sentient beings, all of the natural living organisms in this world. We're all seated here from different planets and different galaxies. And I saw one time I was on a past life journey with somebody, and we went to a planet that was the planet of like ferns and greens and palms, and this whole planet, this is all they had was this, and this was where the greens and some of the plant life was seeded here from that planet, that it was all of that. And they
Hmm.
came
Hmm.
in and seeded the earth with many different uh, uh, with many different life beings from all over the galaxy and all over the universe to see which organisms would work together, live together, be complementary, be able to be, live in harmony.
I
And I thought that
love
was
that.
really interesting.
I love that. Yeah.
So, how about you, Ginger? How did you find
Well,
out anything about them?
yeah, I love this. For me, it was a profound yes because I've gotten these two images that they have a much Earth-like atmosphere themselves. With trees, water life. Um, in this image, they have rainbows as well. They're able to see rainbows as well, and in this image, this is a Ten of Cups card. So if I were to bring that energy in, it's a peaceful domain that they live in. That you're right. They wanted to seed it here, and I say that because there's little echo
Oh, yeah.
cups in here. So and they also wanted this for other planets. This whole fire energy, a Queen of Wands. I believe they too maybe have a higher power that they not that they respect and then I got Page of Wands. So it and interesting because pages are the beginnings of, and here is a little fire. So who's to say that that first fire that was lit millenniums ago was not brought here by a dragon? In mythology, there's one of the gods, Prometheus. I can't remember. We weren't supposed to, according to lore, we were not supposed to have fire, the gift of fire, and one of the gods brought it down. But who's to say it wasn't a dragon god that actually brought it down?
Fascinating.
But
Fascinating.
yeah, so I definitely say yes.
Wonderful. So,
Yeah.
Warrior Girl says, yes, they did. They seeded the earth. And Mousy says, I often wondered if our planet was seeded.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And Karen is my hype girl. She said, agreed, Jean. I
I
love
love
it.
Karen.
And Lori dropped some wisdom on us. She said, I just asked my pendulums about how many galaxies the dragons are from. I guess it keeps swinging yes, no matter how many galaxies I mention. It's so
Yeah,
much fun. Like 10
yeah.
galaxies, 10,000 galaxies, 20, like it keeps saying yes.
It's infinite.
That's wonderful.
Infinite.
That is so exciting. Thank you guys. You
Yeah.
guys are wonderful to play with. Isn't this
I
lovely?
know. This is fun.
And here's Nancy. Hi, Nancy. You guys did a wonderful job. I loved your collaboration last night with Ginger and Scott and everybody. Nancy has her own channel in Nancy O'Krone's Intuition, and I just loved all the readings. You
Yeah,
guys were
it was
beautiful
fun.
together.
It was
Yeah,
fun. It was fun.
yeah, very
Much
nice.
fun.
And
Hope
thank
to
you
do
very
that
much
one
for
again. Mm-hmm.
thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Whew. Very nice. Infinite, infinite
Infinite
galaxies.
galaxies.
Mhm. So did you have another question that you wanted to ask? I think I was, or can you?
Well, yeah. So we mentioned before we went on, I have some Star Dragon Oracle cards, and maybe we can just pull a card, see if there's a message and something to actually ask about. So I
Okay.
wanted to play with that. So let's see. One card, please, to ask a question. They're like, all of us, all of us. Wisdom. So we can ask what message do they have for us as a
Oh
collective?
my gosh, look at that. I do believe that we rode like they were our vehicle, they were our pet, they were our it's just like a horse, like you would
Mm-hmm.
ride a horse, but you would love a horse. You would sleep next to the horse, and a horse would make you
It
laugh,
was your companion.
similar
Yeah.
companion,
Mm-hmm.
companion. as well
definitely.
as a vehicle, but not a vehicle, but like somebody, a way of transportation,
Hmm, hmm.
um,
But
a way of protection.
they
Mhm.
honored the animal. They didn't just use it. And
Right.
like
Exactly.
like sometimes our cars are just our vehicles that take us everywhere. These were their vehicles that had a beating heart, living energy, and I bet there's some who communicated telepathically with them. Um, and
Just like we do with our animals. So
yeah,
let's see what wisdom. That was a powerful card, man.
yeah.
You pulled it. You're not mincing words there. Let's see what the wisdom comes in. So I'm hearing that there is experiences that through evolution and through our experience with dragons in different lifetimes of ours that we have gathered to bring with us in this lifetime. And the resource that we have from the dragon is, and our past lifetimes or our experiences with dragons, or even as a dragon, is contained within each and every human in the vastness of their own soul. And they're saying this wisdom is contained within, and this is why we have these memories, this familiarity, this ability to draw on people, on the faces, and draw a particular dragon or imagine a particular dragon. All of this is contained within us, and the wisdom comes out when we need it, and when it's a resource there for us if we would like to go on a journey, a magical experience, or if we would need to feel protection, we can call in our spirit animal as a dragon. Or if we would like to have a little fun and lighten up and have things be jovial, bring in the dragon to entertain us and make us laugh in a very serious, dire, scenario. Um, in all of these things, and they're saying all of these things are what is part of the wisdom of our our soul. How about you, Ginger?
Hmm. I love that you talked about resources because I pulled the magician card, and it's a beautiful image because it'd be more beautiful if my camera would. In this image, okay, so I think what we were talking about earlier about them seeding this planet, and they have supplied us with the resources that are necessary to maintain life. And we forget to use natural resources. So I think that message here is, we need to take care of this planet because natural resources are key to survival in this dimension and the next. I have the. I love when I get chills because, or my little tingles in my hair. It's like, yes. This beautiful water dragon here. Resources from, okay, that one was different. The resources, okay, so the resources from the seas and the oceans are being depleted. And so it's like the waters are being tainted. And so we need to do what we can and pull together as a whole earthly collective to protect the oceans, protect the ocean life as it brings us life. Okay, and there's still mysteries to be found within the depths of the oceans that's going to assist us somehow, some way. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And then I have two pentacles here, and it's like we need to bring our resources together to learn to coexist with one each
Oh,
other and bring balance to Mother Gaia. This is all we have. Yes, we are going to explore other planets that we can possibly cohabitate on, but not you and I. This is all we have. And this is all our grandchildren have. That kind of stuff is going to be much further in the future, but we need to prolong this earth as much as we can. And yes, thank you.
Very well done, Ginger. I love that. I love that. Beautiful readings.
I'm getting goosebumps on that one.
You can feel it. You can feel it when Ginger is tapping in and she's going right into it. So Jay says she likes the luck dragon from Never Ending Story. I love that too, don't you? Oh my gosh, he's so warm, loving, and wise and just caring. And oh my gosh, you're right, Jay. Thanks for that. I love that. And Karen says, I get a loving, dreamy feeling when I think about dragons. Oh, that's so sweet. And Lori says, I've had a longing to go back to my galaxy where I always flying and swimming with my dragons. Wow.
Oh, Lori.
Wow. Wow. And Rossi says, yesterday I was watching a YouTuber that speaks several light languages, and one is dragon light language.
Ooh,
see that?
Wow. I would be interested in that. I'm going to have to look that up. Warrior Girl got goosebumps too.
And Mousy says there was a fantasy writer that used the idea of planets being seeded. Oh, okay. Okay, good. And wrote a fantastic series that featured dragons. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. You just confirmed the download and the messages that were coming through. Very nice. Oh, wow. Very nice. Okay, so Lori also has to say, she's talking to Warrior Girl, but I'm chiming in. I'm positive that it has been Orion Sirius region, more Orion dog area, the dog start. Okay, so she was just asking her where. I'm sorry, I was chiming in.
Yeah. And there is the galaxy, the Draco, I think is a galaxy. It's a constellation in the northern skies, and an orb came out of my mouth.
When she was doing her reading, we'll have to go back and watch that. No. Oh my gosh!
Wow!
I hope I had her biggened, right?
Right. Well, obviously I didn't have my mouth covered because. But Draco never sets. It's in the most northern skies, and it can be seen at any time of the year. So it's not one of those that eclipses, or goes away. I guess it's a fixed constellation. So it very much looks like, I should have brought up a picture. Kind of looks like one of the dippers, but it's obviously got a longer tail to it. So I'm going to have to go searching that. Actually, my phone has a real, is it called Real Sky? It's got an app. It's got an app. It's the most fascinating app. And you can just look up and all around, and you can just go underneath you, and you can see all the constellations that we don't see because they're under the earth at this time. And funny story there is, one time I got up in the middle of the night, I was wondering what this one star was, and I bring it up. I'm like, Sinus? I've never heard of Sinus before. That's interesting. And then another time I actually put my glasses on, and it was Sirius, not Sinus.
Wow.
So, helps to use your glasses when you're searching for constellations.
Hi, Thomas. Thanks for stopping by.
Hi, Thomas.
Saying hi, Ginger. Hi, Jean.
Hello.
Aw, very nice. Tara, your way. Okay, so Ginger, would you be open to maybe, I'm not sure if anybody noticed, but I changed the thumbnail. I had a thumbnail of a dragon that was just really tugging at my heart. And I wanted to maybe bring up that photo and maybe connect to that dragon's energy and get a reading from them?
I
Would you
would
feel
love
comfortable
that.
doing that? Okay.
Yes,
We'll
yes,
just do this one. We'll just do this one.
yeah. It
Um,
seems beautiful
let's
energy.
see. Why can I? Okay, here. We'll do that. And I'll just make him a little bit bigger, or it. I don't know if it's a him or a her. But do you
Mhm.
see like the stare in this dragon's eyes,
Yes.
the curl of the lip, and the little twinge of the mouth there, and the way that it's like almost pursing its lips together, and the little chin hair that comes off of it, and the just the regalness that he has, or
Mhm.
I'm going to say he, just as a general,
Right.
just that he has in his eyes, and you can almost feel like the breath that's coming out of his nostrils, and the magical, look at the all of the magic. This is the
It's such
multi,
a beautiful.
isn't he just a magnificent being? And it's the expression and the stare in his eyes that he's just looking that way, and the twist in the neck is so,
Mhm, mhm.
it's so earthly, it's so human-like, it's so organic. I just loved this energy of
I
this
loved it
dragon.
too. I loved it.
And I just wanted to maybe just tune in, because when you can see the eyes on some of these dragons and the expression, and I just got a very emotional feeling from this dragon, and you can see his
Mhm.
ears right here, beautiful ears. And Ginger, you also mentioned almost a nautical shell like horn
Right,
here. It's
right.
almost like a nautical shell, and each one is different and magnificent, and so much detail. I just absolutely love this one.
I love that
Um,
too. And again, like I said earlier, I see for all four elements in that
oh, you
dragon.
do in this one? You see four
Mhm.
elements? Oh,
All four
Crone Zone
elements.
says he's fabulous. Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
He is protecting with love. Look at
Mhm,
that. Look
mhm.
at that. And 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 Jay says some dragons are sassy.
I believe it.
And that's that little, maybe that little smirk. It feels like he's like pursing his lips together, but I can actually feel the breath coming out of his
Exactly. I was
nostrils.
just gonna, I could almost feel the softness like a horse's nose
Yep,
there.
yep. So
Mm.
I wanted to maybe just focus in on this particular dragon's energy and see if we can just pick up a message, or
Mhm,
just
mhm.
something that he might want to share with us. And Ginger, feel free if you want to pull cards on this, or if you want to
Yeah,
just
yeah.
do it freehand, or whatever you
Mhm,
feel.
mhm.
I
Yeah.
just love I just love
It's
him.
just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
He evokes emotion from me, and it's the
Mhm.
heart. It's the heart. It's the soul that you can see in his eyes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, just I'm going in now. I'm gonna go
Okay.
in. So he's bringing me back to the very first card that I pulled with the mirror. Um, this one I'll show you later, but the mirror one that said reflection and non-judgment. And what he wants me to know, he says, I am you, and you are me, and we are all one source, one being, one soul, expressing in many different expressions, many different forms, many different realms. And he's saying all sentient beings are all um, connected with one another. And that the magnificence that you see in me is the magnificence that is within you. That if you did not have a caring heart and a soulful outlook, you would not be able to see that within me. And he's saying that he is a mirror of all of our souls. And whatever he can provide for us to help us see and get to know our true divine self, our true divine um, expression, and our soul is what he would is why he's here. This is like his mission and his purpose. He also does exist on another plane. I feel as though he has friends and family, and he is very much entrusted. And he's the purple is now standing out to me very much as well, and he's saying that he flies in the night. He is a flyer and he flies in the night, and this purple and this star-like quality that he has camouflages him at night. And he is a protector. I love that he has a family. And he says that he lives for thousands of years, that they don't have like 100-year or 500-year. It's thousands of years of a lifetime. And they don't have like a solid singular existence, that their existence is, it sort of morphs in and out of dimensions, and sort of materializes and then dematerializes, he says. And very interesting. So I'll just stop there. How about you, Ginger?
I'm just making another note here. Okay, first of all, just looking at this majestic being, as I said, I just see all four elements. You know, the horse to me is the earth element, which represents the freedom that they are wanting for us. The eyes, just deep knowledge within. There's a deep soul connection, and they are trying to connect with us on that deeper level. Those horns, like you said, very nautical, elemental, water elemental energy. So that's all of our emotions and our intuitions, and going in deep into our souls. And his mane is that fire energy for me. So that passion, the creativity, our expansion, that's what I get from the image. So I pulled some cards, and first I pulled a card and a knowledge came out. The card of knowledge came out. So
Here, let me back
oh,
to you. Go ahead, do that. Look at that.
look at that interesting thing. We once coexisted with them, or maybe we do on their plane, you know, their
Wow.
physical plane. Maybe we still coexist with them, and that urn on his head is like the vessel of knowledge that they're wanting to impart upon us, to share with us.
Wow. Wow.
It's just, he's so regal and majestic. I just can't get over it. And I do get Fae energy from this being that's beside him. So, and I had heard, you know, Fae are also interdimensional galactical beings as well. So maybe that's who's coexisting with them presently is Fae. Is it, I never remember the name. Tuatha Danann, I think, is the Fae energy that's supposed to be galactic. So I pulled some tarot. I've got Page of Pentacles, and it's like their message is we're only at the beginning of our own transcendence, and the acknowledging of their existence and their reasoning for assisting us. And again, with the whole seeding, them assisting in seeding. But I do believe, I just have this come down, they're not the only one. I think our earth has been seeded by many different interdimensional beings. So
Yes.
but it's funny, you talked about judgment, and here is that judgment card I came out. So we are not to judge one another. We're not to judge other beings who are trying to communicate with us. Some of them, I think, come in an image that we won't be afraid of them. I think some of these interdimensional beings are coming in. They showed their true selves to us. We'd be frightened. So maybe that's why also they come in the form of a dragon energy. Most of us will relate to that. This beautiful, here's that water element that's coming out. And then I put, they're wanting, So they did coexist with us, and there's going to be a time where we will remember this. When we go deep and start our transcendent journeys, we will remember that energy. And that may be part of how we are going to obtain the knowledge to better save our resources. And this one's particularly from the ocean. And then I got Page of Swords, which is, you know, the knowledge that they're trying to download to us.
Wow.
So they are definitely here to help us, and they want to see us thrive. And I don't know. I feel like we are being given also permission to visit them in their realm. So we maybe just need to call upon them and ask. So that's what I got.
Absolutely. That was really very beautiful. Really very beautiful. Nice job, Ginger, as always. And Linnea said, Jean, you always post beautiful images. Thank you, Linnea. And it evokes emotion in me for sure. There is a love that tugs at my heart. Warrior Girl says 5 elements in our universe. The first ever created element is ether.
Sure.
And it contains the other 4: fire, air, earth, and water. Wow. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And Valerie's here with her dragon. Hi, Val. She must be poops. She's one of the hardest working ladies.
Aww.
She's been on so many shows with all of these astronomical goings on here, and you can see my little. I don't know if you can. No, you can't. But my little moon back here and my stars and my planets. That's really cute. Yeah. So I'm just going to jump down here. Yep. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. So thank you, everybody, for letting me share one of my favorite dragons that really spoke to my heart, and that I would always wanted to just tune into and get a message from. And I just want to thank you, Ginger Faye, for being such a trooper and going on.
I loved it.
Go on this adventure with us, and all of you for being here. There's so many of you being here, and everybody's like, "Yeah, I have a dragon. Yeah, I always knew about dragons."
I'm like, excuse me? Wow.
My son has a dragon. I dream of dragons. I mean, it's like, yeah, Jean, like no big deal. I love it. You guys teach us, like we're like, should we just tap in and say don't be scared? And you guys are all like, no, we know about dragons. We love dragons.
This was a meant to be, and it was meant to be a 2-parter for sure.
For sure. Thank you, ladies. I so love this. You're welcome, Christine. You're welcome. And there's just a lot going on, and we need to just be able to step away from some of the concerns and responsibilities of our everyday life and just really step out there and love a little bit on these dragons. I thank you, each and every one of you, for sharing. It wouldn't have been the same without your contributions and your love.
We have the best chatters, as they keep saying. What a wonderful community. We're just all on the same wavelength for sure.
Absolutely. And we just scratched the surface. So let us know after the show, in the show notes below, either on Ginger's channel or on my channel, if you would like to have another show about dragons. And if so, what would you like to focus on? Or what area, what question might you have, or what direction would you like the show to go into? Now that we know, we're not just like gingerly saying, don't be afraid, everybody. And you guys are like, no, we're not afraid. We want to know more. And maybe we can have Nancy Jean back, or maybe we can learn from Nancy Jean.
Yes, because we just really want to start delving into different mysteries of just different mysteries altogether. We want Fae energy. I would love to know from you guys as well in the comments after the show. What would you like us to explore? Because we are just getting on a roll here.
Yep.
I'm definitely doing more mysteries and mysterious
We
energy.
we can do more Fae. Let me see if I can go back to that one picture
Um,
that has like all the different kind of Fae. I don't know if if this is deep for these are sprites, and
mm,
I won't do any more. I'll just do this one for you guys, just as an example. Like these are
I
deep
love it.
forest sprites. Look at all those. So we can like really get into it. And I think that Ron Unconditional Love, he saw one that I think looked like this. And remember, one was flying on Scott Scott
Uh-huh.
Scorpio's sun.
Right,
And we could
right.
just we could do different types of we could do fae, we could do dragons, we could do what was the
We
other
could do ocean energies,
yep.
any kind of, you know, we definitely want to do more Egyptian energies, right?
Yes, yes, we have you
So,
have a couple of these things coming in, and I
yeah,
sent you a couple of things. Yeah.
mhm.
So let us
Celtic
know
energies, definitely.
your thoughts, your ideas, your opinions. Yeah, and if you, I mean, put it in the show notes below. We get emails when you put a note in the note below, and or if you want to, contact us privately, you can as well. Um, Oh, yeah. Karen said she
Yeah,
remembers the one
yeah,
on Scott's shoulder. Remember
yeah.
that?
That was
And
amazing.
Karen was like blown away. I know. That's when I think you were first my hype girl, Karen.
You see Mousie's, um,
All I can say is one of my fairies were scolding me this morning. See, you
goodness,
guys.
goodness. Unicorns and Pegasus. We could just go all
Oh,
over. Dolphins and mermaids. Mermaid energy. Oh, I've yet
yep.
to find my perfect mermaid deck.
I know. I know.
I
Well,
have I have a quirky one from Dame Darcy, but I would want a more. He needs to do. He does fae. He did fae fairies, and he needs to do mermaids next. He's got fairies. He's got dragons. He has unicorns. Now I need mermaids from him. I'm gonna have to find out how I can tell him so.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a
So
fantastic artist.
let us know what your thoughts are. And thank you all again for being here and for supporting us and for supporting the dragons and for sharing everything and giving us your tips. We couldn't do it without you. It's a collective
Lovely,
experience
lovely.
for sure.
Yeah, this was so fun. Thank you, everyone, for joining in with us. I loved it.
Yeah. And thank you, Ginger Faye, for your expertise and your kind, loving readings. I absolutely love them. It's so beautiful sharing time together.
And yours as well. You're when you're channeling, it's such a beautiful energy that I know the chat feels as well. And so I love being on the same channel with you while you're channeling, and especially this dragon energy. It expanded my awareness of the dragons. Listening to you channel, so thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great
Bye.
evening. Take care.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good